Hello and welcome to Jimbo's Driveway. This is a very special video for me. One, because it's been nearly 2 years. Yes, it's nearly been 2 years since I've actually recorded any video because I've had so much other stuff going on. But when I was given the opportunity by one of my friends to come down and see his brand new Lamborghini Ducati motorbike that's been modelled and matched to his Lamborghini SVJ, I could not say no to that. So I'm very, very pleased that I'm going to be able to give you an insight into this one-of-one Ducati Lamborghini bike. So if you're into superbikes and supercars, stay tuned and watch this video to the end because this is going to blow your mind. So let's get inside and find out a bit more about what we got going on here today. So we're inside now and we've had a look around the showroom, and Martin's been kind enough to sort of talk me through the bike and the car, but I'm going to let him do the talking and tell us a bit more about his bike because there's so many aspects to it, there's no way I'm going to remember it all. So Martin, again, thanks for giving us the opportunity to come and have a look around these, the bike and the car you've got here. But tell us a little bit more about the bike itself, what makes it special and the things that you've got that nobody else is going to get.
Okay, so this is one of 63 worldwide, and each one will be bespoke to that individual client and matched to the car of their choice. So all of the paint swatches were sent from Lamborghini to me to clarify it was the right colour, although they know the spec of that car. The black, the bronze on the magnesium wheels, everything is matched exactly to that car. Even the Alcantara seat with the red insert leather matches the SVJ, which was an interesting story in itself, how I came to get that. I met the CEO of Ducati at the factory when I was finishing the design, and he asked me if there's anything else I wanted to do. And I said, oh, it'd be good if we could match the seat with the Alcantara and the leather. Yeah. And the designer didn't think it was possible, but Claudio said, no, we'll do that because it's a very special bike for us. So hence here is that seat, which is again one of one. You're not going to see that on anything else.
It just strikes me that all the little details here are really what set this apart because there was, is it right, there's 630 of these special order bikes made worldwide.
All one colour.
All one colour.
Yeah, they're like a greeny.
Yes, Citro Verde, I think
that's
it's called,
correct.
isn't it?
Citro and then Verde, I didn't realise I was going to be getting one of these until 2 months after being interviewed, that they was doing 63 for special clients.
Right. It was a special program.
Yeah, one of one, so each one is different. Yeah. And also, I'd met Stefan a few times at Lamborghini events, and I asked him, Stefan Winkelmann is the CEO of Lamborghini.
CEO of Lamborghini, of course, yeah.
If he would sign my bike, and he said, yeah, 100%. And I asked Claudio, and he said, yeah. So I've got Claudio Domicelli and Stefan Winkelmann, the CEO of Lamborghini, CEO of Ducati, to sign my bike. They've signed no other bikes.
So I was going to ask you, so that I was wondering whether they'd done that for all of the other specials, but no, yours is the only one.
Yep, and I got the video of them doing it, and then they lacquered it in, so it's there forever. So again, it's truly one of one.
Yeah. And so some of the sort of the technical aspects of this bike, you've got. Do you say this is magnesium, the crankcases and all the casing?
Magnesium, carbons. It's a dry clutch. Basically, it's a World Superbike engine, pushing out way over 200 horsepower. Hence, you need these winglets to keep the front down.
You say it's got 240 horsepower?
242 horsepower, yeah.
242 horsepower for a rear wheel.
Yeah, sit-up bike, so you can imagine it's
naked bike as well.
It's going to be wanting to stand on its backside, really. But,
and what's that in relation to the sort of standard bike? Do you know what the difference is between a standard Streetfighter, or is it more to do with the personal touches and details than it is the performance?
It's a bespoke output. So do you know what? I don't actually know what the road bike puts out. I think maybe 168. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow, I mean
something like that.
That'd be quite a.
Even that is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So what are the plans with this bike? I mean, you've told me that at the moment it's part of the reason it's here is because this bike is so unique. You're not able to get it insured, is that right?
Not at the moment, no. I'm having a problem with insurance companies because
you can't just go and go compare then and just get a quote for one of these.
No, I can't even get a quote at the minute because it's one of one. Although we're working on something at the minute, and Ducati are working on the insurance for me as well, because obviously they can't have clients that can't get insured on bikes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll get it resolved. Although I'm not going to go into Asda on it. It's going to be go to a show, have a bit of fun, and then go home. So
yeah,
it won't be out of eyeshot, that's for sure.
No.
But the guys here at Lamborghini Tunbridge, they had to be interviewed by Ducati and Lamborghini to get this bike. And the guys here really worked hard for me, Stuart and Eloise, to get this, which was just amazing. Yeah, they're great.
So I bet you're. It's still just the beginning of March at the moment. The weather's somewhat inclement, should we say?
Yeah.
Another few months, hopefully, you'll have the insurance sorted out. The weather will be a bit nicer.
Yeah, sure.
And you've got a bike, but we'll talk about that. You've got your drag bike, haven't you? So you're a racing rider. That's a story for another day. But you haven't been much of a road rider recently, so this is going to be a bit of
No, it will be an eye-opener, although this is a pussycat in relation to my drag bike actually. But so are
you looking forward to getting out on the roads?
I can't wait to ride this on the road. I've started up, obviously, it's the first thing to listen to it, and it sounds phenomenal. I mean, it's got an acrylic titanium and carbon exhaust on.
Yeah.
It's fully loaded, ready to have some fun on.
Well, then I can't wait until the weather brightens up and you've got some insurance on this and we can actually see this on the road, because I think that video is going to be just next level.
Yeah, I think so. I can't wait to do that. It's just phenomenal. And you also get with this bike bespoke, if you want, bespoke levers, helmet to match it by Ducati.
I saw that in another video. Have you gone the full hog on that?
No, I'll probably look complete twat with all of that on. So
but it looked good hanging in the garage next to it. I mean, wouldn't that just be complete the set?
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
from a collector's point of view,
probably, but they're probably not going to all have my beard up. But I'm just going to go stealth black. So
yeah, right. That is fantastic. Okay, right. Let's have a look around. It's a companion vehicle, which is this
baby over there,
Aventador SVJ. Right, now let's talk about the car. Now, I'll be honest, I love cars and bikes, but for me, this is really the icing on the cake. As special as that bike is to you, this car for me is just absolutely phenomenal. I just absolutely love this car. Now, obviously, I've known you for a few years, and so I've seen this car, but I'd really like you to share with me a few of the details and your history with the car, because you had an Aventador before this, but since you've had this, you're like, this is like a different ball game. So tell me a little bit about the SVJ and what makes it stand out to you as the ultimate Lamborghini.
Well, it's the fastest one they've ever done. As you can see, there's a video behind you now playing which shows it was 6 minutes 44 seconds around the Nürburgring, which was lap record.
Yeah. And that's only second to the
to the GT2 RS, so 1 second in it, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But they are both leaps ahead of all of the other brands.
Yeah.
But the SVJ, I just think, is a work of art in itself. Even though I've had it for 4 years now, I don't stop looking at it and appreciating it for what it is. It literally is just beautiful. I love it. I personally don't think there's many cars that come close to looking or sounding like this. It's got a V12, 6.5 litre V12, which screams up to the best part of 9,000 RPM. It's plus 800 horsepower. It's a phenomenal piece of kit. It's drama from the minute you fire it up to the minute you get home. It just makes you smile like a 10-year-old kid, and that's all it's got to do, really. Yeah,
that is its purpose.
Yeah.
And the SVJ just out of the box is a pretty special bit of kit.
Yeah.
It's the top of the game as far as the Aventador goes.
Yeah.
Was this their run-out model? Did they do one after this? Because the Aventador's come to the end of its run now.
Yeah, they did one after this, but this is kind of like the race version.
Right.
And the lightweight, stripped out, bucket seat, race seats, carbon everything.
Carbon everything. And
it's the Ultimate.
the Ultimate, that's it.
That was the last hurrah to the Aventador.
Yeah.
But and it's not got the wing and the active aeros that this has.
So these are bits. I mean, that's what I was going to get onto. The SVJ is fantastic out of the box. What have you done that's a bit different? What's even more unique about this? So you've gone kind of carbon crazy on this car.
This car's just got carbon everything. The wing vents, they're all factory. It's just an incredible piece of kit. Like, the details on this car, if you just keep looking at it, you forget.
Yeah.
Even it's here in the showroom, and Lamborghini have asked if they can have it on display with the bike, which is great. It just looks amazing under these lights because it picks up all the swage lines and the angles. It's just a remarkable machine. I really, truly think this is going to go down in history as one of the greats, I believe.
And the ultimate of this, I suppose, is now that you've got the Ducati bike that was made in conjunction with this. Lamborghini already knew you had this car, know how much you value this car. It's a keeper as far as you're concerned. And I think that really played into the story of why they were so flexible in terms of the bike, because they know that this is a genuine passion for you, and the bike and the car to be matched is just... Yeah,
it's phenomenal. I didn't know I was going to get that. So when you have the interview, it's to get one of the 630, which were all exactly the same. It was only after I said, we're pleased to announce you are getting a bike. We couldn't tell you this at the time of being interviewed, but they're doing 63 bikes worldwide, specially made to match individual clients' cars. And you've got the only one come to the UK, which is there, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I literally could have knocked me over with a feather to be able to be in a position to have that bike. So it truly is a pair of remarkable machines. That is a remarkable machine, and that is a remarkable machine. They're both at the peak of performance and beauty, if you like, and works of art in their own right.
They are. I mean, this is it. I mean, just standing still here, they are like automotive works of art.
Yeah.
But when you fire them up, it's really, I think, for me, that the sound that you get from an engine, and I think this is where getting into the kind of like where the future's going, it's quite disheartening as a petrol head, because electric cars can look amazing and hybrid is like very, very good, but it can never really convey that sort of passion. It can't get under your skin, give you goosebumps like the noise of a V12.
That's right, and the sound is one of your emotions. It's one of the biggest ones actually. If you go to Goodwood Festival of Speed, you can tell when the electric cars are coming up because you hear the booing.
Yeah.
As they come up.
The booing.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And what's that? An electric car comes past. People want to hear noise. They want to hear that.
Yeah.
It's not something you can make. It's a feeling, isn't it? It's like touch and sight, sound.
Yeah.
It's a big one. And if you're a purist and you like a screaming engine, nothing sounds like an SVJ. It just it's a screamer, and he doesn't like screamers.
Yes. On that note, let's have a little look around. I want to show some of the carbon off on this car. So is it all right if we get it opened up? We'll have a look around on the inside, look around the engine bay.
So it's carbon cross brace here, carbon bits everywhere basically. This car's just got an overload of carbon on literally everything. And
there's been a world shortage of carbon since you bought this car, I think.
100%. And as you probably aware anyway, most of the car is a carbon chassis, monocoque chassis, and most of the panels are carbon, 90% of them. So it's a very light car for the size of it.
And you're saying that this is all optional, because I thought being an SVJ top, it would be all carbon, but you're saying actually you've spec'd this.
No, lots of it is not. The wing is carbon off, I believe, is stock, but all of these and pretty much everything else on the outside is optional. that will just come black painted otherwise. Or
And what about the door cards? They're carbon.
door
they're
cards
standard.
are standard, but there's bits on the inside that again are optional. And yeah, this has literally got every single box ticked with a carbon. It is a carbon overload.
Yeah. And I love even the V12 badge has got, is that the firing order that you've got?
Yes, it is,
on
yeah.
that badge? Just interesting touches like that.
Just in case you forget.
Yeah, and it is if you need it.
Yeah, no, it's interesting detail, and I love the fact the coloured springs and stuff. You can't actually see them unless you really look, and every time you look, you see a bit more, and oh wow, look at that. So there's more details. The more you look, the more you see.
Yeah.
It's with the outside as well, and the same with the bike. The more you look, the more you see, and I love that.
Yeah.
And there's bits that are unnecessary, which is brilliant.
Yeah. So you've not been this has been here for a while. You're looking forward to getting this back out on the road. Have you got any plans this year?
Yeah, so it's going. It's been shipped to Italy for a trip around Italy.
Be good when you do. It'd be fantastic to see this out on the road and add to this, because I very much see this as a story that we can continue on if you're happy to do so. Because
No, definitely.
I think it's it's fascinating. It's very exciting
Yeah.
to see what you're going to be doing over the course
Well,
of the
exactly.
year.
I think that the bike and the car are going to be going everywhere together, so I need to find someone to jump in this to drive it there.
Yeah, well, I can shift my calendar around accordingly, and even the cameraman, he's got his hand up. We've both got bike licenses.
He's got both hands up.
We've
She's
both
really
got
clever.
bike licenses, so I don't think you'll be short of options on that front.
Yeah.
The other thing as much as this is so impressive to talk about, just to look at and all the details, you kind of can forget that this is an absolute weapon out on the road. What sort of performance is this thing putting out?
Well, they're 2.8 seconds 0 to 60, 350 kilometres an hour top speed, which is 220 miles an hour approximately. So yeah, I mean they're pretty fast, but it's the torque of the aspirated engine. The low down torque is phenomenal. So
Yeah.
you can put your foot down at low RPM and it'll just pull.
Yeah.
You've not got to buzz it, you've not got to wait for turbos to kick in.
Yeah.
It'll just get on with the job. Because it's four-wheel drive, it just hooks up and goes. In fact, some of the testers were getting 2.5 second 0 to 60s out of these with the right condition, and that's stock.
Yeah. So what sort of, and like you say, this is fully normally aspirated V12.
Yeah.
So that's all proper horsepower. What sort of horsepower is this putting out?
It's just short of 800 horsepower.
Short of 800 horsepower
Yeah,
out of a
aspirated.
normally aspired road car.
Yeah.
That's still mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is.
Is there anything out there? I mean, the SVJ has been around for a few years now,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Is there anything out there that's doing that? Because everyone's sort of gone the turbo route these days, haven't they?
Not aspirated, no, I don't think so, no. No, I'm pretty sure not. I don't think the Gordon Murray is even up near that, I don't think.
No, I mean, I think that's a slightly different prospect as well. He's had some very specific metrics for the T50, hasn't he? Which is with the Gordon Murray car, which fantastic. So hopefully we can get a look at one of those over the summer. But in terms of just the pure adrenaline that I guess you get from this, and like you're saying, it's some low revs and it's got quite a rev range
it's
as well.
phenomenal, and this has got active aero, so there's, it pulls and pushes air underneath the wing, so it doesn't move the wing, so it sucks in air through here, and there's motorised valves.
Yeah.
As you turn into a corner, it'll put negative and positive pressure on the back and the front with flaps and to push it around the corner and stay flat, and this car just stays absolutely flat.
Yeah.
Which is why it's literally gone around the Nürburgring in 6 minutes 44 seconds, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, that is outstanding.
I noticed you got some seriously girthy tyres on the back. What are these 335 section tyres?
I think they're bigger than that, actually. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll have a look at those.
They are pretty much one of the biggest sections you can get, and they're big on the front as well. So, literally, this just hooks up and goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't mess about.
Well, I look forward to seeing it out on the road in the summer then.
Let's look forward to that.
We've got the car open, we can have a look inside in the cockpit, and even that, there's such a sense of theatre just opening the doors. You can never get tired of Lamborghini doors unless they're on anything with a Lamborghini, is probably what I'd say to that. the interior is fantastic. I notice even the door cards are complete carbon, which I hadn't ever noticed before in this car. So is this more stuff that you've put on, or tell me a bit more about the interior?
That's all stock, so they're complete carbon doors, and you notice you've got a tug handle in Alcantara to save weight from door mechanisms. Right. They just pull it down, so it's all super light. Yeah. There's carbon, everything, carbon bucket seats.
Welcome to Lamborghini.